Hello, Xero Partner Community. It's Matthew Prowse here, Head of Industry. Just thought we'd pop in and say hello to our Facebook community and talk a little bit about Jobkeeper. A few of our eagle-eyed Xero partners have noticed that a number of the Xero Central links that we posted about processing Jobkeeper payments whilst Xero built the Jobkeeper feature in our payroll solution have stopped working this afternoon. There's a simple reason for that. We are live with Jobkeeper in Xero Payroll. Thanks to the awesome work of our Canberra payroll team over the last few days. I've got with me Mel Arrold, who's the product owner of Australian Payroll, and her team's been flat out building Jobkeeper to support all of you, and we figured now is the right time for one, Mel to say hi, and two, for her to give you a walkthrough of Jobkeeper in Xero. So hi, Mel.
Hello, everyone. So yes, I just wanted to jump online and actually show you a quick view of what Jobkeeper is and how it looks, and show you where all of the resources are as well so that you can get started as quickly as possible. So what I'm going to do is jump in and present my screen. There we go. Okay. Just waiting. Okay, so when you get into pay runs, you will be able to see the same banner that you have before, visit our payroll support page. But when you go there, you'll now see some new information. So we've got this checklist built up a little bit further than what we had before. You still have the register your interest with the ATO, and that will update when their registration portal is live, your single touch payroll. But now you've got a few new steps. One is enroll your employees for Jobkeeper payments. 2 is update your Jobkeeper pay items so that they report correctly to the ATO. And then 3, as always, file your pay runs with the ATO as soon as possible. So let's just jump into the enroll my employees. So this is, you may have seen, ATO is asking for a way to indicate when your employee is starting Jobkeeper and when they are, if they are, finishing Jobkeeper. So this is where you can do all of this. We have made this a little bit easier for you by splitting out this list of all of your employees who were an employee on the 1st of March, whether they were terminated or not, into this list, into either potentially eligible, unlikely to be eligible, or not compatible with Jobkeeper via STP. So with these, we have pulled all of the employee information that contributes to your eligibility criteria, but not everything is captured in Xero Payroll. So please make sure to review the eligibility criteria with the ATO to make sure that all of your employees are actually eligible. And once set up, also remember to collect the employee nomination notice from each employee and keep that on your records. We'll have instructions on how to do this just at the top of this page here for the latest information, and then also instructions on what to do next. So let's start. We have got, if we start down the bottom of not compatible with Jobkeeper, so this is either someone who is not going to be filed through STP because they are not a type of employee that can be filed, or type of employee record, such as superannuation income stream, and also anyone who was on a quarterly pay calendar can't be filed for Jobkeeper because they must be paid at least monthly. So those people will sit up here and you won't have an option to press Start Jobkeeper, but if that information is incorrect, you can just go to the employee and update that information. For everything else, we'll highlight where we think there might be an issue with their eligibility criteria, so then you can go in and have a look at that employee and make sure that their information is correct before filing, but you can pick anyone from either of these two lists. So if we start with Oliver Gray, and we're going to say that Oliver starts from the first fortnight, and this is based on the payment date of my pay calendar as to which fortnight that he's in. I don't need to change my own pay calendars for Oliver.
So the payday that impacts Oliver occurs somewhere between the 30th of March and the 12th of April. Yep.
Yes, that's right. And I'm going to save for reporting. Now, at this point, this information hasn't been sent to the ATO, so you will still need to process the pay run and file it so that it gets through to them. You can see then that we've got a start fortnight is showing up here, and I can stop Jobkeeper at any time by just, again, picking from this list. Now, you will notice as well that with these lists, they don't expand out to the full 13 fortnights, and this is because ATO can only accept the current date back They can't accept forward dating. So to make sure that your filing and your claims process goes as smoothly as possible, any of the restrictions that they've given on how they accept the data has been built in for you so that you don't have to worry about that. So now let's just, I don't remember which calendar Oliver Gray is in, so I'm just going to jump to his calendar first and check to see where he is, and then we can process and pay for him. So he's on a fortnightly calendar. So if I jump back to my screen, I can see now if I have enrolled my employee, I should update my JobKeeper pay item to report correctly to the ATO. Now with this, if we just jump into settings, you might be in one of a few different situations. So the first situation we'll go with is that you've never done any JobKeeper pay items yet and you need to do some back pays and so forth. That's all fine. What we've done in pay items is we have auto-created a JobKeeper pay item for you called JobKeeper Payment Top-Up. If you go into that, you can see that you've now got a new type called JobKeeper Payment Top-Up, and then the settings that we need to have set are set for you and can't be changed. But anything that you want to change that is still allowed, you can still do that. But the next circumstance is that I've made my own JobKeeper pay item, but I've set it up the way that we've instructed you to, by setting it up as a type of other for an allowance, and then I've set it to a fixed rate and set my expense account and all of the rest of this. So all I need to do, if I've already started paying Oliver with this pay item, all I need to do is just change it from other to JobKeeper and save. And then that's my settings for Oliver done. All of my pays that I've done against that pay item for Oliver are now going to flow through with the next filing. But again, just to emphasize, we haven't filed this information yet. So this is where we would then go and process that pay run. If you've already processed all of your pay runs for April, you can just do an unscheduled pay run, add all of your JobKeeper employees in and zero them out, and then just press post and file just to get that data out to the ATO, and then you'll be good to go. So now it's a matter of paying my employees. So we'll make sure we get something out for Oliver. He's in our fortnightly calendar. So if we jump in there.
Just noting that's future dated to the 29th of August.
Yes, it is future dated. Now, let's say we're in here and I have actually got 50 employees and only 30 of them are actually eligible for JobKeeper. How am I going to identify which ones that I need to pay? Do I have to go back to that employee page to check each one? No. All you have to do is if I go into his payslip, and this will show on every pay run. It's not that smart yet, but we'll make some improvements. But anytime you've got a JobKeeper enabled person, when you go into a pay run, it will highlight up here that they are JobKeeper enrolled and their starting date, and that will be whatever their current starting date is. So if they end, they won't show up. If they've never been nominated, this won't show up. And if they start JobKeeper, stop, and then restart, it'll show you the restarted date. So it'll give you a prompt as to when you need to add this pay item. So now we just go in and add my pay item. So I can either use the JobKeeper payment top-up that was already created for me, or I can use the one that I have already made. Both of those will map through to the JobKeeper payment top-up values for the ATO. So I can, choose either. So I'm going to choose my own one. And
so this is the one I created.
This is the one I created, yes. But because I changed it from a type of other to a type of JobKeeper, it means now that it's going to not only map what I have already paid to Oliver in the past for the last month, but it'll also then track anything future that goes through.
Makes sense.
Yes, it also means that I can have two running if I want to pay super on one employee and not super on another employee. So I just check the box for exempt from super or not, and I'm good to go. So with Oliver, let's say he actually worked 50 hours at $10 an hour. And he earned $500 for the fortnight, so we need to top him up to $1,500. So I'm going to put $1,000 in there, and then I will just save my pay run. I'll say my pay slip, sorry. Close that down. And then post. And then when that posts, I will file. And I just want to emphasize the importance of this. The JobKeeper claims process will be a monthly process with the ATO. So you really need to make sure that once you've done these payments, that you file with the ATO on or before the payment date, because they're going to take the information that they receive from you and use that to determine your refund process. So make sure that you file once you've done your pay runs.
Yeah, that monthly nomination and reporting process will show you the data that they've received through STP. So yeah, that's why our customers need to remember to do filing their pay runs. Can we have a look at the payslip?
Yes. So if I now go into Oliver's payslip, and I open up his payslips here, so we can see his current payslip is now ordinary hours, $50 at $10 an hour, and my JobKeeper pay item, $1,000, bringing his total up to $1,500 for the fortnight.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So now, just in case we've got some customers out there who really want to see these are the codes that are being sent to the ATO, and I want to make sure that those codes are actually going out there. You'll see in your single touch payroll page that you can, I haven't got any filings for 2019, 2020. Here we go. So you can see that you can download a CSV of any filing once you've completed it. So filings take a little bit of time in demo, so I've prepared one earlier. If we just scroll over to another screen. So here you can see an STP file that I've downloaded, and where you would normally see car allowance, transport allowance, blah, 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 all the way up to other allowance, we've now got 3 new columns here for you. JobKeeper Topper. So this will show you the year-to-date amount against each employee of how much has been topped up with each of them. Then their JobKeeper Start code, and if they've got one, their JobKeeper Finish code. If they start and then finish and then start again, this will just show whatever the current state is. So if they've started on fortnight 1, finished on fortnight 2, and started again on fortnight 4, then what you'll see is start fortnight 4 and no end date. And then that will indicate to the ATO that these are the periods that you are getting a refund for. So that's what it looks like in the STP file.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mel. Now, can you confirm the ATO's seen us do this? So we've demonstrated this to the tax office.
We've demonstrated it to ICB as well.
Excellent. So ladies and gentlemen, now you can see it. The next step will be registering your businesses or your customers for JobKeeper. The portal will go live, as we said, on Monday the 20th. Big request from the ATO. We don't all need to register at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. Any business that registers between the 20th and the 30th of April will be in the same group for JobKeeper reporting. They'll then be asked to log in to the JobKeeper portal or one of the ATO online portals on around the 4th of May to sort of restate their income and confirm their eligibility based on the information they got from STP. And then the ATO will make payments 2 to 3 business days after they've completed that declaration on the 4th of May. So thank you so much, Mel. Please go and celebrate with the team. Oh, one thing.
Before you go, we were able to sneak in a couple of little changes that will not directly related to JobKeeper, but a little bit related that I just wanted to let people know about, which is for those of you who have been processing stand down and want to be able to show the $0 pay item line on a payslip that you download and send to the employee, we have fixed that now. So you will be able to see the stand down hours at however many hours at $0 show up on a downloaded payslip, and a payslip with 0 earnings, if they've got hours attached to it, will be able to be sent via our product. So that is all live now too.
Excellent. Mel, go celebrate with the team. Have a fantastic weekend. Xero Central and Xero